place is actually just like enough.
Two men. Two paths.
We're gonna miss the bike cutoff.
One mission.
The open water is a beast.
One unforgettable story.
20 minutes out from the start of Ironman. I'm having some regrets here, man.
Dude, I want a better bike.
Oh! Ah, there's one, but... Tree of ultimate truck care. So we're out here in Belgrade, Serbia. So take us through your life story. Where were you born?
So I was born in Požarevac, Serbia. That's where my parents happened to live after the war and stuff. And then we moved to a town called Rockford, Illinois.
I'm familiar.
Familiar with Rockford? Okay.
Yeah, I used to be a dispatcher. I know some cities.
Yeah. So they had back in the day they had some some type of program for immigrants where they were like accepting immigrants at the time. My grandparents came there first, and then they kind of sponsored.
So how old were you when you went over there?
I was a year old, like 13 months old.
So you were literally just born here,
essentially,
straight to America.
Straight to America.
Okay, so like for all intents and purposes, you're basically American.
Pretty much.
At this point.
Pretty much.
But we got you back here in the motherland. So how often do you come back to Serbia?
I've been, since we moved to America originally, I've been back like 4 or 5 times.
Okay.
So once every couple of years.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, that's all you really need to, unless you have like family or something.
Yeah, most of my family is already in the States, so.
Take us through your logistics story. How did you get started in this industry?
Okay, so when we moved to America originally, my dad was working some BS jobs.
Factory stuff.
Literally factory stuff.
Literally, yeah.
And
the immigrant path.
Correct. And then that's approximately when they cracked the code of trucking. And
they were like, yeah, this trucking thing might be better.
That's late 90s, early 2000s. That's when all the Serbians kind of flooded into trucking. So that's when they kind of cracked the code and when they can make some serious money without knowing the language.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, we didn't have the English proficiency test until about like 2 months ago.
Yeah. So my dad...
There was about a 20-year gap where you didn't need to speak that much English.
Absolutely. So my dad's been a truck driver for 25, 26
wow, so
years.
he drove the truck.
Yeah.
He's still driving the truck?
Still driving the truck.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So trucking ended up in your family.
Yeah. And then same thing with my brother after high school, started working for a Serbian trucking company, still doing that.
So your brother's also a truck driver?
No, my brother is like a fleet manager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
but he's done it all. He's done dispatch, fleet
involved
manager,
in operations.
Yeah, and then...
so your dad's doing OTR?
More like regional, local-ish.
So how did you end up in trucking? In what capacity? What was your first role in logistics?
So after high school, I didn't really know what to do. I knew...
That's fair.
I didn't want to go to college just because I didn't know what I'd be going for. And then again, my whole family's in trucking. I was like, fuck it. I'll get my...
fuck it.
I'll get my CDL. And
the classic logistics entry story.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't know how I ended up here. I just ended up here.
So I got my CDL, and then I found a small local company that I started driving for. Started off doing box trucks because I had my Class A, but I didn't have any experience really.
Yeah, nobody gonna hire you except for like the Swifts of the world.
Exactly.
Have some like crappy pay.
Yeah. So I did that. I drove box trucks for like a year and then hopped into a semi for the same company. I mean, that's how it started.
Okay, so then take us through the progression. I mean, how long did you spend as a truck driver?
Yeah, so in total, I spent 4 years as a local truck driver for the same company. And then...
And you're home every night at that point?
Home every night, yeah.
Nice.
And then the company that I was working for, they started a brokerage. The owner of the company knew I wasn't meant just to be just a truck driver.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make some more money.
You had like some further progression system than to just sit in the truck.
Absolutely. So he offered me a position in the brokerage.
So you guys open asset-based brokerage. He's like, hey man, we need you to get in here. We need you to speak your native English because you've been here your whole life.
Exactly.
So how many years were you brokering? What were you doing? Selling freight, calling customers, cold calling?
I brokered for 2 years total, and I was more so just operations. So like they had
more so like carrier sales.
Established. Yeah, pretty much.
More so just selling the freight.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, so now let's get into what you're doing today, which is how we actually met. So we met on Instagram.
Yep.
I don't know exactly how, but I ended up seeing these cool videos of trucks that looked absolutely disgusting. And then you like snap your fingers and it's like the cleanest truck, brand new off the showroom floor. How do you end up doing something like mobile truck cleaning?
So I got really sick of the brokerage. Or doing
day-to-day operations.
Yeah, it got really annoying.
It's a grind.
I like the 9 to 5. I don't like that after hours and tracking and this and that.
Yeah, brokering, dispatch life, that's
Yeah.
not really a 9 to 5.
Yeah, for me, I hated it.
I mean, for example, we're sitting with a Serbian dispatcher who an hour ago, which is 12 o'clock Serbian time and 5 a.m. Chicago time, is answering his phone because his truck blew a tire.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, I mean, even on the dispatch outsource side, that's not a 9 to 5.
Yeah,
So.
it sucks, man. Especially when you're dealing with other people's trucks and not your own trucks. You know,
Yeah.
it's a little easier as a carrier because you know.
Right,
what the
so you
truck's
want to get a
actually
9
at.
to 5, you want to stay somehow in trucking.
Yep.
How did you get the idea? You're like, I'm going to buy a little van and I'm going to clean trucks. I mean, it's a pretty wild thing to get into.
Yeah, I was at a point where I was literally going to wanted to start anything just to be doing it on my own.
Yeah, like for yourself, your own boss.
Absolutely, yeah. And I figured why not, just because I already have some connections. I know some carriers locally.
Yeah,
that I
true.
can-
Through your brokering
Yeah,
days, your
yeah,
driving
absolutely.
days. You're like, yeah, I know a bunch of trucks. Let me start
70%
cleaning
of the
them.
companies that I was dealing with as a broker were Chicago-based,
course.
as you know.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
our community runs deep out there.
Yeah.
So.
And I noticed that a lot of people were doing like making money with car detailing. But I
Yeah,
kinda,
true.
But it's
Like-
so saturated over there. Like
Yeah, everybody's doing
mother
that.
wants to be a car detailer or whatever.
Yeah, and especially if you already have some formed connections where you
Yeah.
can get into these fleets where you're like doing weekly or bi-weekly or monthly maintenance on like a 300 truck fleet.
Yep.
And I'm sure most of the carriers, you know, in Chicago are like at least 100 trucks.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, it's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, and it's more niche than, like I said, more
way
car
more niche,
detailing.
yeah.
You get way more repeat customers.
Of course,
If
yeah.
someone gets their car detailed, they won't detail it for another
Like
year,
7 months.
probably. But the key thing in this is there's so much turnover in the trucking
True.
companies.
One guy quits, they need the
Exactly.
truck clean. One
That's
guy quits, they need the
that's
truck
all
clean.
it is, man.
Yeah,
It's quits or
yeah.
gets fired, and then they need that truck clean for the next driver.
I mean, can you take us through your service list, product list, and rough pricing, just for anybody that
Yeah.
watches this, wants to get into
Yeah.
contact with you? And I'm assuming you service mostly, if not only exclusively the Chicago area.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone to Indiana before. I mean, I'll go through like southern Wisconsin.
Okay,
So I mean, I'll go anywhere.
You have
really.
some flexibility.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I wouldn't go 3-4 hours to do a
I
truck
mean, yeah.
drive,
Okay,
but-
so take us through like a rough price list, a service list. If somebody wants to get into contact with you, obviously you've mentioned you have some flexibility in location. If it's a large enough project,
Yep.
that would make sense to travel
Yep.
outside of Chicago. I mean, what can people expect from Ultimate Truck here?
So I don't really have like a list, as I just do like full interior details. I don't do like partial.
Okay, so
type
if somebody's
thing.
calling you,
I'm going to do the same thing
it's
for
full
every truck.
service
Exactly. It typically takes between 2 and 3 hours
per unit.
per unit, and I would say the price range is roughly 125 to 150, depending on volume.
I'm sure
depending
I've
on-
seen some of your stories, some of your clients. I'm sure
Oh,
if
yeah.
there's certain disasters, that price might
Yes,
be
it
changed
fluctuate
a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. But I mean, I try to keep it fair. I try to be as thorough as I can with every single truck.
So how long have you been running Ultimate Truck here?
I started it in February. I would
Okay, so
say-
you're fairly new.
Yeah, I would say I've been like actually operating for about 5 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to get involved with Ultimate Truck Air, wants to clean their fleets, wants any type of fleet services, even if you're not in Chicago, if it makes sense, he's willing to travel and get things done. I've seen the quality of work off his Instagram posts. I mean, it's night and day, man. Like it's like from something you could never expect a truck to look like into a showroom truck.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're doing a great job. Obviously, the service is there. So if anybody wants to get into contact with them, we'll put it down below. And that's it.
Cool.
Peace, bro.
This is actually just like a novel.
2 men. 2 paths.
We're gonna miss the bike cutoff.
1 mission.
The open water is a beast.
1 unforgettable story.
20 minutes out from the start of Ironman.
I had some regrets here, man.
Dude, I want a better bike.
Ah, there's one, but